do anything about that. I don't know if I've got any sound. I haven't got any light. So if someone can let me know if there's, I'm going to stop this and maybe go and read a book or something. I've got absolutely no light on my screen. So I've got no light on at all. I'm so annoyed that I pulled that cable out because it was going really well. Can anybody hear me? I just want to know if everyone hear me. I don't think so. I don't think anything's working. Can you hear me at all? I see Lucy's back, but can you hear me? Because I can't, I've got, oh, you can hear me. Ah, I've just been sitting there. I've got absolutely no lights on my screen. I had no clue at all whether anyone, oh, hi. Okay. Okay. I don't know what's filming me because I have absolutely no lights on my screen. If I'm going to take my Carnivore channel to a new level after Christmas, I am going to have to, hi, George, I'm back. Okay, I don't know what went on there. This one's going to be the one that I have to send out. Okay, I have absolutely no lights on my screen. If I'm going to make my YouTube channel more professional in the new year, I am going to have to spend more time doing this. I'm glad I did this because it gives me a chance to try and figure out why my webcam's not working for a start. I don't even know why that's plugged in, but I'm not going to plug it this time because that's when. Oh, okay. Image quality. Well, when you get to my age, I don't know if you want the quality to improve. It's probably best if it's totally blurred, if you know what I mean. It's my birthday next week. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Ugh. But yeah, this video is for anyone that's just joining in. It's about carnivore community and how I'm looking for my carnivore family because I've been lonely over Christmas. There has been some challenges, and now I need to get in touch with the people that understand me and get me. So yes. So if you want to ask me anything, I don't know if I've now lost the original recording. Probably best if I have. But if anyone does just, and I lost so many people on that last live as well. It just dropped very quickly because I lost my sound. I don't know what happened. I was going to make a joke about my silly webcam and then pulled the cable out and then the whole thing just crashed, which was lovely and makes me look so good. Well, I eat seafood when I'm eating mixed. But the trouble I've got at the moment is and I've heard lots of carnivores say this, some of us only lose weight when we do lion, which is why I'm currently doing it, which means I've pushed myself into an even more difficult hole, which is probably why I am so grumpy at today, because I am only doing beef, salt and water white. We're now on Breaking Bad. I'm just doing beef, salt and water, and obviously I've pigeonholed myself into a difficult place. And I don't know, you've probably got better seafood than me. I think it's probably better. But when I eat a mixed diet, the weight loss stops. At the end of this 21 days, I'm going to put a chart on the video that I do, and it will say, because a October half term, I did lion, lost 3 pounds, and then it just stopped, did mixed. And now I'm doing lion again, and I can see the scales creeping down again. So it would appear that I have two choices. Yeah, don't do lion at Christmas. Next Christmas, though, I'm planning to be a heck of a lot smaller than I am now, and I won't be doing lion. It's just too miserable. But the only reason I'm doing it is because of just sheer desperation, really. I'm off work. I've got the opportunity to do it, but it's not been easy. And I don't recommend anyone doing Lion at Christmas unless you absolutely have to. Like you've got some serious healing to do or an autoimmune condition. No one's ever going to do Lion diet for Christmas just for fun, because it wasn't fun. But I will get over this. The spring is going to be around the corner, not too far away, and the effort that I put in now will come to fruition then, I'm sure. Oh, I know. Many starts. I've lost count of how many restarts I've had. This is why I couldn't. Bloody Christmas. Yep. Honestly, the only reason I'm still doing it is just absolute desperation. Like I said, if I was years down the line and had lost a ton of weight, I probably would have just had a couple of days off and just taken my chances. But I just can't take my chances anymore. I can't reverse the healing that I've done now. So this is why I'm on here, to talk to people, because I'm lonely. Because I live with a keto person and 2 carb addicts. And so I needed to get away from them and talk to somebody else. Very mixed carnivore of the holidays, including seafood. Yeah. I wish I'd done that now. There's part, like I said, I'm in 2 minds. The adult side of me says to do Lion. The 5-year-old side of me is saying, just eat all the things, have all the cheese, do it all. But I just want to take this 2-week opportunity to get some weight off before I go back to work and go back to mixed, which will probably happen. Yeah. I just can't do any more day ones. That's no disrespect to anyone, but I've done so many day ones. I could honestly write a book, a huge book on it. Can't do it anymore. I can't go back to it anymore. I've done more day ones than anyone should have to do. So, no. So, yeah, I'm just on here really just for chat with my friends, my carnivore family, because I'm a bit grumpy today. You probably all heard the story of my family cooking onions in the frying pan story that I've already told you. But anyone watching this back later, I'm going to tell you why I've got pink cheeks very, very quickly. I wanted to cook myself a ribeye, but my eldest son decided he wanted to come make himself an omelette. He quickly cooked up some onions in a pan. I didn't want to eat what he'd just eaten, so I had to wash the pan. I put it back on the hob, ready to cook my ribeye. The husband comes down from what he's getting changed, and he announces, I said to him, could you just have a cold buffet? Yes, I'll have a cold buffet. The next thing, I walk in the kitchen, he's now frying up onions for an omelette. So now I've got to wash the pan again. So I still haven't had my ribeye, and I'm a bit cross, which is why I've got pink cheeks, the colour of my jumper. So apologies for that. So anyone that jumps on and watches this live later on, as on the replay, that's why I'm cross, and that's why I'm doing my live. So Lucy says, anyone know what kind of fat one should use for doing a fat fast? I've seen people like Kelly Hogan do that, but I'm not too sure how she does it. I'm probably not the best person to answer that, because I haven't actually successfully ever really started or done a fat fast yet. I like to make sure I'm full. For me, it's just being carnivore at the moment, and if that means I'm not losing weight, so be it. I've got to do that 365 days, and I do know I need to up my fat, because Dr. Kilt says fat's where it's at. So it's going to happen, but at the moment we've still got a lot of junk food in the house, and I'm just eating my way through it with beef steaks, as many as I can, as much protein as I want, until all the food's gone. And then maybe in the new year I'll consider doing a fat fast. But yeah, some people do cook fat in the air fryer and make it crispy, but I just need to just eat my meat. But yeah, so I had 11 people before, and now I've only got 6, because I had a technological malfunction. But I haven't got the Carnivore Brothers come back. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Okay. Anyone wants to say anything or start any conversations, or I'll just start waffling? Yesterday, I went around the mother-in-law's house. That was absolutely as painful as you can imagine. I said in my previous live that completely crashed. We were provided with 6 mini sausage rolls, 6 mince pies, a tube of Pringles, a bag of Doritos, and a jar of pickled walnuts, and a couple of very small bits of cheese for 6. appetites. So I took food with me. That wasn't very well received. Mother-in-law got grumpy. She gets grumpy a lot. I think it's because she hasn't eaten fat in 50 years, and so she's permanently hungry all the time. It's quite painful to watch. And when I watch her, I just know that that's the state she's in, because I know the way she eats. Low-fat grains, spraying in fry light to cook her one egg, where she probably doesn't eat the yolk. It's a sad state of affairs. Yeah, 6 months into this, and my teeth are feeling stronger, as are the gums. Yeah. If you want to share your health benefits, list them out. Oh, George is in trouble with Lainey again. Stinky car situation with the fish. Oh dear. I'm just jealous that you're eating seafood. But then you have lost stacks more weight than me, as most people have. Next Christmas, we're having all of the things. And if I still haven't lost any weight, I'm still eating all the things. Because I'm probably not going to do another lion Christmas, because when you are living with carb addicts, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much of a straitjacket. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to fall off the wagon, but it's... I don't recommend it unless you've got a serious autoimmune condition, or, you know, that really. So George has got a fishy car situation. So she's probably got pink cheeks because she's cross with you, isn't she? Because I've got an onion pan and she's got a fishy car. Well, at least it's fish and not onion. I've really gone off seasonings. 5 months into this, 5 months ultra strict. I can't bear garlic and onions and seasoning and all that kind of thing. I can't even bear the smell of it cooking now. And that's 5 months in. I see that as a win, because I used to love that kind of thing. So I think my chemistry is really clicking in. List of health benefits earlier. Really important to write them down, because if you ever do get to have an interview with Dave Mack or anyone else, you know, it's nice to have them all written down. I've got a big long list of health benefits. You're always in the what? The depth varies. Oh, George, I can imagine that, actually. You sound like a handful. You sound like a handful, which is good fun. But yeah, my health benefits. I healed plantar fasciitis. I reversed pre-diabetes. I got my blood sugars back into normal. Good HDL, triglycerides. No more gastritis. No more psoriasis. I lost a dodgy mole off my back. I've lost all my skin tags nearly. I've got one more that's just starting to get dark. I don't want anyone to see it now, because I want to do the big reveal when it falls off. The first one fell off at day 86. I'm now on about day 159. So it takes a long time before the first one starts to go dark to the last one falling off. But I'm getting there. So it's roughly about 3 months to 6 months is the time frame for losing skin tags. Gonna do a really good video on that. I cannot wait for that last skin tag to fall off, because I know that's when my healing is really going to be ramping up. And I've always had it in my head that once all the skin tags are off, I'd start losing weight. And so to see that last big one get black is, I'm thinking, come on, maybe it's my time now. Maybe my miracle was going to come. I don't even know what it's like to be slim. I've never been slim in my life. So that's going to be fun when it eventually happens. So, yeah, hay fever disappeared after a month. Yeah. Now that's interesting, because my son has very bad hay fever, and he's keto, and I've told him that he should start doing carnivore in March, but he's still saying he wants to stay keto, which is a shame. I'm hoping he changes his mind, because I have told him that lots of people are healing their hay fever. So, but I think you do have to go fully carnivorous, no plant material, no seed oils, anything at all. So let's see if I can get him to do that. But I'm going to keep dropping seeds about that. And you notice all the calluses on your hands disappeared. Lifelong habit of biting hands, and that stopped. Wow. And there's a lot of things you don't realize have gone. Like I had varicose veins, and they just went as well. It's amazing. Athlete's foot gone. My knees are back. No more migraines. Yep. I don't have any problem going up the stairs. I'm getting off the floor a lot easier as well. I did a video with me struggling to get off the floor about 3-4 months ago. That's easier. I don't need to use my hands at all. I can't quite do that thing where they crouch down, cross your legs and get down and go back up again. But one day I will do that, but I can get up without using my hands now. So Lucy did keto to start with, and then hay fever disappeared when doing keto. Okay, so maybe my son can get rid of his hay fever just being in ketosis. Let's see. Fingers crossed with that then. Yeah. But I haven't got my list. I seem to have lost my health benefits list straight after my Dave Mack interview. It was so tiring doing it that afterwards I just threw my list somewhere and I haven't found it since. So I'm going to have to come up with a new one to do. Depression and anxiety lifted after a month. You see, I've been trying to get my brother to do it, but he has just confided in me that he has completely given up for Christmas and starting again in the new year. Now, I'm not overly surprised, but it's a shame because he had absolutely debilitating depression, sorts of depression that Kerry had from Homestead How, hiding away from people, can't bear to be around people, that kind of depression. And I thought he was getting better. He's managed to hold down a full-time job now, but he's going to have to be careful because now he's back on sugar. I think his anxiety is going to get out of control again. So, yeah. But if anyone else has got any health benefits they want to share. Sleeping, yep. That's amazing because before doing that, I was awake for a couple of hours in the night. I wake up with some kind of hypoglycemic attack or something and then awake for 2 hours. I do get up very early though, so I'm making sure to go to bed really early as well. So I am sleeping from like 9:30 to about 5:30 in the morning, which is probably enough. Went 2 years without going to a shop, so like social anxiety, things like that. Mind you, I can't go into a shop now though. Carnivore means I can't go into a shop because I just can't bear seeing everyone in pain and pushing ultra processed foods around in their trolleys. Yeah, but I've got a very sociable job, so. Hot water's boring as well. That's another boring thing. I can't wait for it to be spring. This whole thing's going to be so much easier. Sun on my face, feeling warm. It's going to be so much easier. But yeah. So yes, it's my birthday next week. Not looking for any gifts or any rewards. I was hoping to get, but I'm doing Lion right up to my birthday, so I should have the reward of getting up on my birthday with some pounds lost. And then I've got to decide whether to stop or keep going. That's the interesting thing, because once I get back into my normal work routine, because I'm in the need of some carnivore family attention today. And I'm sure you are. Not many of us are actually living with carnivores, are we? Some people have managed to convert their whole entire family. Well, I don't think ever going to happen. One thing that does overwhelm me these days is variety. My husband is a big food variety addict, and the further I'm going down the journey, the more overwhelmed I'm getting with variety. NHS nurses now believe I invited to conferences about veterans' health. I've infiltrated the opposition. The doctors don't like it. I bet you're such a handful when you talk to doctors and things like that. I can just imagine you chatting to people like this. Yeah. The opposition. Very good. Very good. Yeah. But yeah, I was just saying how the variety does my head in, actually. Anyone else feel like the variety that other people eat now does your head in? It's crazy. My husband can eat a meal that I've lovingly prepared, full of flavour, and then he still wants to put something else on it, and then something else on it. And like I'm making a bolognese or something, and there's loads of cheese on there, and it's a really strong flavour. And to someone like a carnivore, it's really strong flavour. And then he goes and puts soy sauce on the top. Yep. Amoy dark soya sauce on the top, and then that's not enough flavour. Something else going on the top, and I'm like, wow, your taste buds. And there I am sitting eating a plain steak, completely happy. I think the chemistry that Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore talking about is kicking in. Feeling more tired than before. I'm wondering if the antibiotics. Well, yeah, I think. Yeah, that's interesting what you said about antibiotics, because I was talking to my husband about onion and garlic being antibiotics. Not that you've had onion and garlic, but he keeps talking about how onion and garlic is a health food, and I said, well, You do realise these foods are antibiotics, and since when has that been good for your gut? So I think he's that sort of stopped him talking for a moment. I think he thought, wow, I hadn't thought of it like that. But yeah, I am thankful and grateful that I haven't had to have any antibiotics, because I think it can set you back. It may just take time to get my gut. Yeah, I think so. I'm only going by what I've heard. Obviously, I'm no doctor, scientist, or specialist, but that's what I've heard. Yeah. Before photos are powerful. One poor doctor assumed I was on Ozempic. He got the full George treatment. Full George treatment. I love that. Oh dear. Yes. Sadly, I haven't had that. I haven't had that. I don't know what that's like. One day I'm going to find out, and I'm going to keep doing this until I find out, basically. So, because once you've decided to do it forever, no matter what, even if it's hurts some days, I'm going to get my results one day. But one day. But yeah, variety really does my head in. I think I might do a video about variety, because Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore was on a brilliant one where he's walking along the beach talking about variety and saying, how the hell can anyone do this when there's so much variety out there? Don't you realize there's like 35 varieties of just Cheerios, and it's just absolutely crazy. People, the way food's gone is just absolutely crazy to me. And when you are doing the carnivore diet, you do see this in real clarity. It's actually frightening. Yeah. But they've all gone out, my family, which is quite nice. I'm actually less lonely now because I'm now talking to my carnivore family and they understand me. I'm starting to calm down now. But I think we may have a grocery delivery at some point, mostly steaks in it. So if I suddenly disappear, I'm going to have to go to that because there's no one else here to help me receive the groceries. So yeah. I don't know what time some of my main viewers are going to be available today. This is totally unplanned, totally just randomly. They're just hoping that just one of my carnivore family were going to be out there to talk to, and I'm so glad you are. I'll probably keep this short though, because unless the last time I did a live and said that, I had about 10 people suddenly arrived talking, and they went on for hours. But yeah. But I'm getting on okay. Yesterday, it was so fascinating. My mother-in-law gets so angry with seeing people not have sugar, because she does profess to being a sugar addict. So when someone else is not having it, I think it shines a light. One thing I've noticed about carnivore, it shines a light on other people's habits. They don't really like being around us. And that's not like we're trying to do that on purpose. We're eating this way mostly out of desperation. But people don't really like to be around us because they think that we now think we're some kind of saint or something like that. It's not true at all. We'd love to help save people, but we know we can't most of the time. But she got so angry. You don't want one of those chocolates, do you? Because you're doing that silly no sugar thing. That silly no sugar thing. So yeah, that's what we had to put up with yesterday. And then she didn't want to eat any of the food we brought with us. It's not right that people bring food and then we eat it. That's not right. Yeah, this is the sort of person she is. That's 50 years of not eating any animal fat whatsoever. That's the kind of personality she's got. I kind of knew what we were expecting when we got there. So, but I don't seem to be gathering that many people. So I'm probably going to leave it in a minute before it all goes wrong. But thank you so much for chatting me, the people that have chatted to me, because I do feel so much better. I've been on my laptop trying to figure out how I'm going to move forward in the new year, because for those of you that follow my channel, you'll know that I've given up work on a Friday afternoon, and the plan is to come home, go straight on the laptop and start doing more content, more shorts. And I need to learn how to do interviews. I'm going to be using StreamYard, and I'm probably going to have to start paying for StreamYard, if anyone knows. George, I'm going to interview you. Actually, as you're on here, I'm going to have you on here as a guinea pig. What do you think? Let's sign up for that. Come on. If you're still there, let's do an interview and see how it goes. See which one of our channels we can get banned first for what we come out with. It's going to be fun. Yes. Right. So I need to figure out how to do that, and then we're going to set a date. And I've never done an interview before. I've never interviewed anyone. So if you're happy to be a guinea pig, and just because it could be just a disaster. So let's book that in. Let's do that. Anyone else wants to be interviewed by me to be a guinea pig? If Lucy, if you want to be interviewed by me, Carl, I know. Now, I wouldn't have lost sound if Carl was here, would I? He knows what to do. Carl is the expert. He needs to do is some technical YouTube videos. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go on and actually do some how to do stuff on the computer. That I think that would get him a lot of hits. He deserves a lot more subscribers than he's got, because he is, as you say, the expert, especially on technological issues. Definitely. So, yeah. It would help me too. I have absolutely no idea. Do you know what? Do you know what's even funnier? I don't even know which camera I'm supposed to be looking into. I've got one there and I've got one up there, and I don't know which one's working. This is where I'm at. This is how ridiculous I am. Don't know where I am. Yes. I so wish I was in a huge room full of carnivores like I was at the Healing Humanity conference. Just absolutely surrounded by people that think the same, that get me. That was an amazing day. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get to 30 minutes soon. I don't think anyone else is going to come along. So unless someone new that knows me and leaves a comment comes along in the next 3 minutes, I think I'll call it quits and go and perhaps watch some garbage on the TV, maybe some rom-com or something, and distract myself from my misery with the onions in the frying pan, which was very annoying. I've actually cheered up now. Thank you, George, for coming on here. That has actually helped me. I hope you've cleaned out the smell in the car for Lainey. She doesn't want fishy car smells. Okay. Right. I'm going to go now, but I will do this again, maybe tomorrow afternoon, maybe an hour later tomorrow afternoon. I'm actually going to see my brother tomorrow to try and talk him into going back to carnivore. So maybe the next day. But I am so glad that I did this. Yes. Live stream. Yeah. Anyone watching this back on repeat, we're doing a live stream on the 2nd of Jan with Carl and Dawn as well from Resting Witch Face. That should be a good one to tune into. So if you're watching this back on repeat, don't forget to tune into that. That will be live on the Carl channel, I believe. I believe that's going to be the case. Certainly not going to be on mine, because I don't know how to do it. Oh. Yeah, and I've been playing chess. And this many pieces is how many restarts I've had. Day ones suck. So if you're doing that, it's good. It's good, but keep going. Set that day counter, set that app counter, count your days, and keep going. That's my advice. And don't weigh yourself, because if you don't weigh yourself, if you don't lose weight like me, it will just drive you mad. But anyway, I'm going to sign out now. I wish everyone. I'm hoping everyone's having a lovely Christmas and have a really healthy, prosperous New Year. And I'm going to sign out now. Take care, everyone. And I'm going to go now. So thank you for tuning in and cheering me up. Thank you very much. Bye.